The Harvest.
Welcome, this is The Harvest with Amira Dekhili. Algeria's official news agency denounced a new act of disinformation by Saudi channel Al Arabiya, which broadcast a fabricated video falsely attributed to Jamal Abdel Nasser to diminish Algeria's role in the 1967 war. The news agency stressed that the footage is a digital forgery aimed to distort history and sowing division between Algeria and Egypt. It recalled Algeria's decisive contribution during the 1973 October War. The agency underlined that such manipulations will never erase the deep bonds of brotherhood between the Algerian and Egyptian people forged in blood and struggle, nor Algeria's unwavering commitment to Arab causes. Morocco saw widespread protests on Tuesday night across several cities. Demonstrators denounced corruption, poor public services, and social hardship. Clashes with security forces were reported with deaths and injuries after police vehicles allegedly rammed into peaceful protesters. Gabon's Constitutional Court has opened the appeals phase following the provisional results of the first round of legislative and local elections. Candidates have until October 8th to contest the results, which could still alter the list of those qualifying for the second round. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa expressed sadness over the death of Natim Tetwa, the country's ambassador to France, who died in Paris at the age of 58 after a fall from the 22nd floor of a hotel. In the DRC, former President Joseph Kabila has been sentenced in absentia to death by Kinshasa's high military court on charges including war crimes and treason. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu said in a national address marking the country's 65th Independence Day that economic reforms are beginning to yield the results, declaring that the worst is over. Sudan's irrigation ministry has warned of potential flooding along the Nile River as water levels have risen above flood thresholds in several states, including Sinnar, Al Jazeera, and Khartoum. Mozambique's government and Italian energy giant Eni are preparing to sign an $8 billion investment deal for a liquefied natural gas project, according to the head of the country's energy chamber. In sport, the South African Football Association plans to appeal FIFA's decision to deduct 3 points for fielding an ineligible player, a ruling that threatens the country's World Cup qualification hopes. Angola's Football Federation has appointed French coach Patrice Baumel as the new national team manager ahead of the final two rounds of 2026 World Cup qualifiers. And with that, we wrap up today's news. Thank you for listening.